Hi, my name is Travis Wayne Goodsell. I've been a Mormon from birth and still technically am. I've deciphered Paleo-Hebrew. I've deciphered Egyptian petroglyphs, and I've had many opportunities to be of great influence in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And then I studied church history. Finally got around to it. And so now my intentions are to rescue you Mormons from the church. And so these videos that you're seeing of my review need to be taken in that light, that I'm trying to rescue you. You have not seen the rest of my videos. Many of you are here for the first time, and so you don't know my history. But it's out there. You just have to search for it. So I ask that you hold your tongue or your Twitter finger or your comment finger until you learn more of the whole story, rather than jumping off the handle from what you're about to hear. I've had influence with Russia, so I know they're listening, I know they're watching, and I know they're trying to spread disinformation. So understand, everything I talk about involves symbolisms, metaphors, parables, and personal comments that you'd have to know me in order to understand.
An unsere deutsche Nation unser deutsches Volk Sieg heil! Sieg heil! Sieg heil! Sieg heil! An unsere deutsche Nation unser deutsches Volk Sieg heil! Sieg heil! Sieg heil! Sieg heil! An unsere deutsche Nation unser deutsches Volk Sieg heil! Sieg heil! Sieg heil! Sieg heil!
Dear brothers and sisters, have you ever had trouble falling asleep?
No.
And tried counting imaginary sheep?
No, I go right to bed.
As fluffy sheep jump over a fence?
Fluffy sheep, yay! Ernie and Bert has a song about sheep, or Ernie does. Bert can't get to sleep because Ernie's counting sheep.
657, 600.
And then there's the Dance Myself to Sleep song also.
In my case, counting sheep doesn't make me sleepy. I worry about missing or losing one, and that keeps me awake. With the shepherd boy who became a king, we declare, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul." At this Easter season, we celebrate the Good Shepherd, who is also the Lamb of God. Of all his divine
Horus was both of those,
no others
but
are more
Horus
tender
is not
or
really
gentle.
supposed to be Jesus. That's
We
supposed to
learn
be
much from our
Osiris.
Savior's reference to himself as the Good Shepherd. and from prophetic testimonies of him as the Lamb of God. These roles and symbols are powerfully complementary. Who better to succor each precious lamb than the Good Shepherd? And who better to be our Good Shepherd than the Lamb of God? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. And God's only begotten Son laid down his life in willing obedience to his Father. Jesus testifies, I am the Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd giveth his life.
And the sheep know my voice.
Jesus had power to lay down his life and power to take it up again. United with his Father, our Savior
All we like
blesses
sheep.
us, both as our Good Shepherd and as the Lamb of God. As our Good Shepherd, Jesus Christ calls us in his voice and his name. He seeks and gathers us. He teaches us how to minister in love. Let us consider these three
Yes,
things,
and so why is the ministry program in violation of that?
His voice and his name. First, our Good Shepherd calleth his own sheep by name. They know his voice, and in his own name he does call them, which is the name of Christ. As we seek with real intent to follow Jesus Christ, inspiration comes to do good, to love God, and to serve
The Sealy mattress, I believe they're the sheep ones. Well, they've got some cool commercials with sheep.
And as we invite all to come to
They need to merchandise that. Have little sheep dolls. When you come into the store, you can buy the sheep dolls also.
President Russell M. Nelson
$1 million idea.
Church
Just,
by the name Jesus Christ revealed. The church.
they wouldn't need to sell beds anymore. They'd just be selling sheep merchandise.
Whatsoever ye shall do, ye shall do it in my name.
Like the car company that did cars, making toy cars. You know, they should have capitalized on that so that when Disney tried to do their car toys, they could have said, hey, you're copywriting us.
Across the world in our hearts,
Trademarking, I guess, is
we call
for
upon the Father in the name
cars,
of Jesus
maybe, but
Christ. We're grateful for such generous blessing of our home-centered, church-supported worship, gospel study, and wholesome family activity.
home center, get away from church. We don't want anything to do with you. We've passed all religious authority to the stake president, and now we're passing all doctrinal understanding to the home. So what good is conference then? Looks like we got a biker gang going by.
Our Savior reaches out to the one and to the 99, often at the same time. As we minister, we acknowledge the 99 who are steadfast and immovable.
Interesting. People call the poor the 99, and the rich are the one. It just occurred to me that that's what they're doing.
He gathers us by holy covenant and his atoning blood.
That's funny.
Our Savior told his New Testament disciples, other sheep I have which are not of this fold. In the Americas, the resurrected Lord testified the Lehi's covenant children. Ye are my sheep.
The book is coded. It is not an actual history.
Would hear his voice. What a blessing the Book of Mormon is, as another testament witnessing the voice.
We need a song so that I can stretch.
Jesus Christ invites the church to receive all who
sit on my
hear his
recliner
voice and keep his commandments. The doctrine of Christ includes baptism by water and by fire.
For almost an hour, and I still haven't started with the first one for this session.
The Lamb of God, he being holy, should have need to be baptized by water to fulfill all righteousness. Oh, then how much more need have we, being unholy, to be baptized, yea, even by water? Today our Savior desires that
if you understand that it comes from Osiris, it all makes sense.
Come, follow him. Come find love, healing, connection, and covenant belonging in him, including in God's holy temple, where sacred ordinances of salvation can bless all family members, thus gathering Israel on both sides of the veil. Third, as shepherd of Israel, Jesus Christ exemplified how shepherds in Israel minister in love.
I'm going to pass out right here during this talk.
Simon Peter, our Savior implores, feed my
It's got the monotone voice, just like me.
The Lord promises that when his shepherds feed his lambs and sheep, those in his fold shall fear no more.
See, at least I can tell jokes to keep me awake.
Neither shall they be lacking. Our good shepherd cautions that shepherds in Israel must not slumber,
Did I name
or
that?
scatter, or
Yes, I
cause
did.
the sheep to go astray, nor look our own way for our own gain. God's shepherds are to strengthen, heal, bind up that which is broken, bring again that which was driven away, seek that which was lost.
Huh.
God also warns of
Guess my word failed, didn't they?
careth not for the sheep, and false prophets, who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves.
Does he realize he's a prophet? Among prophets? We're not prophets. Because it doesn't apply to them, they think. It's other people, therefore it's other prophets. Fake prophets. People who claim authority but don't have it. That's a false prophet. No! There's a difference between fake and false. If you're false, you are a prophet lying. If you're fake, then you're not.
We gladly seek to join his work of gathering and ministering to all of God's children. Brothers and sisters,
See, it's not really the fake news, in other words. They are a legitimate news source. They have licenses. So what Trump is really trying to say is false news. But that's not impactful enough on my base. They want to hear fake news.
The sacrificial Lamb of God, as we've heard,
Of course, if he's referring to the local news when they're advertising for other companies, claiming that that's part of their newscast, that's fake news.
Which invites us to repent and call upon God in the name of the Son forevermore. Father Abraham, who established covenant blessings for all the nations of the earth, experienced what it meant.
Yeah, circumcision is a covenant blessing. Mormons don't have that covenant anymore.
And Isaac spake unto Abraham his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb?
Sorry, there's other things involved with that that are not understood by anybody but men.
Apostles and prophets foresaw and rejoiced in the foreordained mission of the Lamb.
And maybe some prostitutes.
John in the Old World and Nephi in the New World testified of the Lamb of God, yea, even the Son of the Eternal Father, the Redeemer of the world. Abinadi testified of Jesus Christ's atoning sacrifice.
I used that story against the bishop who threatened me out of the church. Reed Hammond.
The Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all.
I noticed President Hall is no longer in my list of selections when I share my videos. So he must have either changed his email address or has withdrawn me from him. If he's withdrawn me from them, I need to know how to do that, because there's a lot of files of emails of people that I no longer contact and no longer want to have in my directory. Because LinkedIn takes all that and says, hey, why don't you contact these people and join with them? No. No, I want nothing to do with them.
One day her prayer was answered in a spiritually transforming experience. A desperate young man came running out of a grocery store and carrying 2 bags of stolen food. He ran into a busy street, chased by the store manager, who caught him and began yelling and fighting.
For food?
Judgment for the frightened young man as the thief. My friend was unexpectedly filled with compassion for him.
He bought the food?
Without fear or concern for her own safety, she walked straight up to the two quarreling men. She found herself saying, "I will pay for the food. Please
Good for
let me
you.
go. Please
Because
let
the
me
government
pay
is
for
not
the
doing it, the businesses aren't doing it,
Prompted by the Holy
and it's
Ghost,
sad that we,
filled
the
with a
people
love she had never felt
who
before,
are suffering under
my friend
oppression, have to be the
All I
ones to
wanted
do it.
was help and save the young man. My friend said she began to understand Jesus Christ.
And the church won't do it,
How and why
as they
with
lock
pure
up their
and
bishop
perfect
storehouses,
Jesus Christ
lock up
willingly
their
sacrificed to be
their
her Savior
storage bin of gold
and
and
brought she
silver,
wanted him to be.
precious things.
No wonder we say, "See, the good shepherd is seeking the lambs that are lost, bringing them in with rejoicing."
Oh, man.
Such infinite cost.
Oh.
As Lamb of God, our Savior knows when we feel alone, diminished, uncertain, or afraid. In vision, Nephi saw the power of the Lamb of God.
I should just stop this video and go lie
upon
down.
the covenant people of the Lord. Though scattered all upon the face of the earth, they were armed with righteousness and with the power of God in great glory.
We are God's army here to kill you if you don't comply.
Are you the only member
Huh,
of the church in
didn't
your family,
Muhammad do something like that?
workplace, or community?
Yes, he
Does your
did.
branch sometimes
And then they
feel
put
small or
a
isolated?
mosque on the
If
side
you
of their
move to a new
conquered
place, perhaps with an unfamiliar language or
cities.
customs, perhaps
That's
your
why
life
Jerusalem has a mosque on
circumstances
it.
have changed and things you thought
They wanted to put one on
never
the trade
thought
towers.
possible now confront you.
It's like,
Our Savior
guys,
assures us,
no, you can't do
whatever our
that.
circumstances,
You can't claim to be of peace
in the words
and then
of Isaiah,
put mosques
he
on
shall gather
on
the lambs with his arm,
symbolic sites of other
and
countries.
shall gently lead those that are with him. Brothers and sisters, our good shepherd calls us in his voice and in his name. He seeks, gathers, and comes to his people. Through his living prophet in each of us, he invites all.
See, that's how he justifies it. The living prophet in each of us. So it doesn't refer to him as a false prophet. It refers to us with the living prophet within each of us. Yes, let's twist the definitions and the meaning of the scriptures. Yeah, so Jeremiah 2 in verse 23, chapter 23, sorry, is also not talking about prophets and pastors or bishops. It's the prophet in each of us.
May we desire to be humble followers of the God, and
of the God,
perhaps
the God of hell, the God of this world,
to be invited,
the Adam God.
As shepherd and lamb he calls. Come again.
Nobody went to that
true
video.
Knowledge of your Redeemer, your great and true shepherd.
I mean, did the thumbnail scare you guys away from it?
Our perfect shepherd.
I perfectly explained it for Mormons.
He calls us by his
You know,
name.
you sing the song, Adam on Diamond, and you